The crop, if you're curious, is peanuts. The water courses totally washed them down. They're not in rows anymore. Sort of what you gotta look for. I was trying to think of an open door for some of the artifacts that I found. And I'll show you something. I stepped across here and I thought, is this a crystal Guilford? I don't think it's crystal Guilford. I know it's a quartz crystal point. So we'll check that out in just a second. Look at these on this washed out stuff. Just check this out. I'm trying to stay out of my own way, my own shadow. Of course, look at the quality of crystal here. They did find some crystal that was just gem quality and made artifacts out of it. This here is milky quartz, but then the rhyolites, I mean, look at this. There's a purple rhyolite. But just what I would call fantastic finding happening. These trade goods. So this was occupied right up through 1700, because these are European trade pipe stems for cabochon pipes. So I do know that a lot of these artifacts that you see are significantly older. Right? Than 16th century or 15th, let's see, 1700s probably, trade pipes. But still occupied as an Indian site during that time. I don't find any of the bowls or anything, but that's evidence enough. Let's check this out. It's as hot as it sounds. As quiet and peaceful as it sounds as well. Even on this, the audio on this, you probably hear the gnats. Basic field point. Meat eaters, right? So just doing my best to save what I can out here. Let's move forward. Well, I tell you, there's nothing like 100-degree heat index and 89 humidity in North Carolina. It brings heavy, thick thunder showers, totally washes out Indian sites, which helps tremendously. Now this is funny. Take a look at this, because it was very interesting. From this angle going up, you can barely see what I'm really focused on. Of course, I have some I want to document, but look at that edge. I always try to tell my mind to keep an eye out for edges as well. Bases, edges, tips. Maybe it's not a faker, but look. I know that the women were here at Saponi. as the pottery goes. Most of you who watch this understand that completely. Textile made by the females. Some great finds going on. Well, that's a heartbreaker, an old break off the tip. And this is great. That right there with the edge work is what I call a great piece of rhyolite. You can see all the secondary edge work. And if you felt the weight, I love hide scrapers. Almost a place that's smooth in the middle. Because I knew, and I know, that this had blood all over it, sinew and the fat of so many animals, just cleaning and processing animals. That's why those are fantastic tools. Love them. It is super hot, but that's what we're talking about when we're trying to seek and save out here. Hope you find out there. All right, well, running all sorts of crops, and this happens to be young sweet potatoes. It's all cycled at different levels and different places in the county, so this has been totally washed out. It's a place that's pretty hunted because it's pretty busy, and so I have a pretty good eye nowadays, and I want to show you something that I think, I'll tell you ahead of time, is a banner stone, at least half a banner stone, which is a big find because they're pretty rare. So I'm going down, right, and I have my marker in here. As we get cranking here, you'll see I started flipping and I'm like, wait a second. I'm used to seeing certain things. And I said, I'm gonna stop right there before I clean anything off or flip it more out of there. Right next to the sweet potatoes. See, they're planting sweet potatoes on top of my artifacts. I'm teasing you. I always say that. Now, right here is the evidence that this is a site, and there's flakes and pieces of rock all over. This is indicative of an Indian site. Marl Mountain, uncommon type of flint, very orange, super nice point. And the pottery. I mean, look at this rim right here. Now, in the areas where you guys find huge pieces of pottery or shards, see here it's pretty rare, even a piece this big. But that's a nice rim, which people I think covet the most. That'll clean up. There's a nice pattern on there. I don't think we can see it. I'm sweating at about 2 ounces every 5 minutes. It's got to be. So those are nice pottery, a nice rim. Let's check this out. I'm pretty sure, else you wouldn't even be watching this. And I think it is, but most of the channel, unfortunately, it's half a banner stone, right? But most of the channel, unfortunately, the drill channel is there, right? But most of it's been smacked and hammered off. I'm a little late for all of it. It's been hit 100 times by a plow. It's a shame, because I didn't even get a good drill channel in that. It's there. It's rhyolite. I can see where the drill channel is. guess it doesn't need to get hammered up anymore. Look how they made the shape on these, though. It's unbelievable. It's a fine find anyway. It's a fine find anyway. That's a tongue twister. Hope you find out there. I just got finished saying that I will only be filming the magnificent. I mean, I said it to myself out loud. I said, listen, I'm stubborn and I don't really have a need to find anything, so I'm only going to actually try to make a documentation video if I find things that are magnificent. Heck, I don't even know how my family or children would ever catch up with the 2,000 plus videos I have, which maybe 1% they've seen. You know how it is with family, right? But when you're gone, which we all will be, when you pass away, they're gonna want that legacy. So I want to check things out without stepping right across something that I saw was very positive. So if you're watching this, it's magnificent because I haven't deleted the video. Simple as that. And I'm at B&B Field in Site 5. And I know better than to just daydream and walk along. Subtleties, right, are everything. So as soon as I said, listen, I'm just not gonna film anything but what's magnificent, and I just stepped right here and I said, what in the world could that be? Now I found a couple that I'll show you like usual, but I looked closer, I said, you know what? Let me check. Now, of course, we've got great peanuts here. And this is all washed out. Oh my Jesus. I'm not calling it yet, but mercy. Now these are worth, bringing in and giving away for the most part. Great little Marl Mountain here. And look at this base. True heartbreaker. New break. Man. So it's about 100-degree heat index and over 85 humidity. G10. I just got done saying I have no need of finding or saving, but listen, if I can save or my gosh, right? I was just talking to a friend, said this is a place you find serrated artifacts. There's one for you. Great mercy. hope you find out there.